Exocrine glands are specialized structures located all around the body. The function of these glands is to secrete molecules to the surface of the body or to the surface of the lumen within the gut. All exocrine glands have a generic shape that includes secretory cells connected to a duct. The secretory cells produce the molecules that need to be secreted, and it passes through the duct to get to either the lumen or the exterior of the body. As seen in the image, different glands have different secretory cells that are shaped based on their function. Connecting this to the digestive system, there are 4 examples of exocrine glands that are used to aid in digestion, including salivary glands, gastric glands, pancreatic glands, and intestinal glands. All of these secrete molecules that help the body break down food at each stage of digestion. The exocrine glands that secrete digestive juices are controlled by both nervous and hormonal mechanisms. Recall that nervous mechanisms include signals being passed between neurons within the nervous system. An example of this would be smelling food, which triggers an immediate neural response to the stomach to secrete gastric juices, also called predigestion. This gets your body ready for food intake. Additionally, when food enters into the small intestine, the pancreas secretes digestive chemicals, like bicarbonate ions and bile, that work to neutralize stomach acids and break down fats, respectively. The stomach is a very acidic place, and for a good reason. Gastric glands within the stomach secrete an acidic solution that creates a low pH environment, which digests food, activates stomach proteases, and destroys potential pathogens ingested with our food. Some people have problems with their gastric glands secreting too many hydrogen ions out of their proton pumps. This makes the inside of the stomach acid very acidic, and possibly too acidic to the point where it can be damaging. If this is an issue, doctors can prescribe this patient with proton pump inhibitor drugs, also called PPIs, that bind to the proton pumps and therefore block the creation of hydrogen ions. This will make the patient's stomach less acidic, bringing the pH up to a normal, non-damaging level. One problem with making the stomach less acidic is that you are more prone to infection. A stomach ulcer is an inflamed and damaged area in the stomach wall due to a bacterial infection by Helicobacter pylori. Under normal conditions, because the stomach is acidic, cells lining the stomach produce a protective layer of mucus that prevents the low pH from damaging its own tissue. If H. pylori enters the stomach and anchors itself to the lining of the stomach, it damages the cells responsible for creating the protective mucus secretion. With the cells damaged, they no longer create a mucus layer which leaves the cell lining exposed to the strong stomach acid. This exposure eats away at the tissue and causes stomach ulcers. As you already know, the structure of the small intestine is designed for maximum nutrient intake. As seen in the images, the mucosa of the small intestine is made up of structures called villi. These structures, because of their shape, increase the surface area in the small intestine, making it more efficient at absorbing nutrients. In addition, they are also coated with microvilli that further increases the surface area for maximum nutrient absorption. While there are many molecules that our digestive system can absorb, there are some things it cannot. Fiber is described as being plant material that we cannot digest and absorb, like cellulose, a polysaccharide made of beta-glucose monomers. Consuming high-fiber foods has shown to decrease the rate at which materials move through the digestive system, with the undigestible fiber slowing other nutrients down. Food moving slower gives it more time to be mixed with enzymes to be digested, and also spreads the absorption out across a matter of hours. This slower, drawn-out process is considered healthy compared to eating foods with no fiber, like ice cream, and having sugar molecules be quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, creating a rapid increase in blood sugar and subsequently a large insulin response. Cholera is a disease caused by the bacteria Vibrio cholerae. This infects the intestines and causes acute diarrhea and dehydration of the body. The bacteria enters the body and secretes a cholera toxin. This toxin, when brought in by the cell, increases the rate of cyclic AMP, or CAMP. CAMP then activates specific ion channels, letting molecules out of the membrane. Due to this efflux of ions, the water on the inside and the outside of the cell membrane becomes unbalanced, creating a hypertonic solution. Because there is now more water on the inside compared to the heavy solute concentrated water on the outside, water is forced to move out across a high to low gradient via osmosis. Both dehydration and diarrhea will occur because of this excessive water loss.